Welcome to the UMBC Coaches Corner. I'm your host, Steve Levy. We're not exactly live, but we're coming to you from the MCS studio with all the help of the great MCS students in the 395 class. So happy to be with you, bringing you the Coaches Corner once again this year, our second show of the year. And we're so happy to welcome back Leslie Ray, head women's soccer coach. Leslie, we know it's hard for you. You had the three young kids, so we really appreciate you making time to be here with us and helping out the students for the class. And kind of going off of that theme, so this is a topic that just fascinates me. Since I had so young kids growing up and going through when I went through the sports information deal. But when you came here in 2012, you have three children, ages 4 and 5 at that point.
Yep.
Now here we are in 2016. Three children, ages 9 and 10. Was it harder back then when they were still real small, or is it harder now when they're really so active, even playing soccer, and you have to juggle so many different things, especially at this time of the year?
Right. Well, I think you grow with it a little bit, and so it's hard to compare if it was harder then or now.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly there's different challenges that are brought up now. I mean, right now with just the schedules that they have on the weekends, and today it's like running straight from here into practice for the three of them or two of them for today. But there's different challenges, and realizing now what a great support we have, not just with my husband taking care of a lot of things at home when I'm gone, but the support that we have from family and friends.
Right.
With them and trying to get them and picking in carpool and how important carpool is and taking time. And so, yeah, I mean, but it's fun. I mean, it's great. When they were little, they liked to come to all the games, and now they're like, all right, we'll catch the most important ones.
You've been there, done that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, but you're right. The constant is the family and the extra support that we both have had, going through this whole crazy stuff with collegiate athletics.
Right.
Leslie, I'm going to ask you to kind of reflect back to your second season here. We just did that Retriever 50 for 50 thing to celebrate the 50th anniversary, and obviously your team winning the American East Championship, going from worst to first in 2013, was, I think, one of the top seven moments that we've ever had in the school's history. When you kind of reflect back to 2013, if I asked you to think back real quick, what's the one or two things that immediately come to mind about that magical year?
Well, I think too many times we think back to that year, and I need to really focus on this year.
Right.
I think what was so wonderful about that year is that we were very relaxed and there's no expectations. Mm-hmm. And I have to keep that in mind year to year with not having a lot of expectations and just coaching within right there and right now. And that was what was phenomenal. And I think the other part is the players that had come so far with that team and seeing their excitement and how they had such a sense of pride and accomplishment and everything that they felt while on the field and off the field, about wearing UMBC, having pride about being on the women's soccer team. So that was, when you reflect back, you want all of your student athletes to have that experience. Mm-hmm. You want all of them to feel that when they walk around campus. So those are some of the things that, when you look back at that fantastic year, you can kind of take away and be like, all right, we want to get back there because that's the feeling we want the athletes to have.
So on that team, you had a pair of sophomores. Alexa and Presley were sophomores at that point.
Right.
You think, well, they're got to be gone by now.
Right.
But
you would think,
given their injury histories, they're redshirt seniors this year, both playing together, and I'm going to knock on wood because they're both healthy and they're both probably playing at the peaks of their careers right now. What do you have to say about those two young ladies?
I tell you, they have been a staple of what we've wanted to create this program around. And we've talked about hard work, we've talked about fitness, we've talked about team players and being humble, and they really have all of those qualities and characteristics that we want to embody. I think with both of them healthy and really pushing each other, and I think sometimes you feel that little struggle of they're always, hey, I'm going to give the ball. Okay, they always want each other to do really well.
Right.
And, and sometimes there's pressure that come with that, with, either they play the same position and one's playing over or not. It's great to have them both on the same at the field at the same time, but you never question their work rate. You never question their intensity and their integrity. So it's been great for them to now, be a part of that team that won it in 2013, but also be the leaders of the team now.
It's been an interesting year for you guys this year. The home and road splits are kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. You guys are undefeated 5-0 at Retriever Soccer Park. Your latest victory, really an impressive win over a Maine team that came in 2-0. Right. Obviously at the top of the league, but a tremendous second half. You beat that team 3-0. What has it been at Retriever Soccer Park that has been so great for you guys this season?
If I could just figure that out
right.
Take a little bit and bring it on the road, that would be great. I don't know. I think having a young team, being able to, just the typical stuff of staying in your own bed and having that that routine and that schedule with home games. I think certainly the grass helps. I mean, the only we've been playing on turf at all of our away games except for one, and so every time we play away, and same thing in conference, we play on turf, and I feel like the grass field and the size of Retriever Soccer Park really plays in well to how we want to play and is effective for our team.
So obviously, Leslie, I'll finish up with, it's probably going to come down to the last couple of games. It always does. And you have 2 of your last 3 at home against Stony Brook and Binghamton. We'll talk about those when we wrap up. But just talk about how competitive the conference is. As you said, it's probably going to come down to the Binghamton game, the Albany game, to see where you guys are seated, your positioning and stuff like that. But like on the men's side, the conference has really just steadily gotten better, I think, since you've been at UMBC.
It has, but in the same token, there's no one that's going to blow you away.
Okay.
I think what's wonderful about the America East is that at any year, a team can really step up. And, I think we're all in the same position of always having like a secular cycle that, you might have 2 to 3 good years and then you got to rebuild. I mean, I don't think there's anybody in the America East that is going to stay at the top and have longevity, at winning the conference. And so, at any year, you're not quite sure who's going to have that special senior or, that breakout freshman. And, it's wonderful to play at home. And I think we were able to take a great win against Maine, who's a good team. They're going to be in the top 3. And we just need to do what we can do at home and really try to push for an away win as well. But, I think we're okay right now. We have a home game coming up on Thursday, and we're excited about that. And it's just like one day at a time at this point.
Coach, again, we really appreciate the visit. We're going to let you get home to the kids and watch some youth soccer this evening, and also hope for an Orioles victory later on tonight.
Of course.
We know you're a big fan of the Orioles as well.
That's right.
So once again, the Retrievers, when you'll be seeing this, will be wrapping up the season most likely. A couple of big home games to keep in mind. Sunday, October 16th against Stony Brook, and then the senior night, the Thursday, October 20th game against Binghamton. Please support the team for those games. You can get all the information on UMBC Women's Soccer on the website, umbcretrievers.com. For the UMBC Coaches Corner, I'm Steve Levy.